Hi everyone. So, question for this week is out of the teams currently in the bottom three, i.e. Norwich. They're going to be in there for the foreseeable now, aren't they? Norwich, Bournemouth, and Villa. Are there any players from their teams that I would take at West Ham? Simple answer is, for me, we need to look at where do we need to strengthen. You know, there's no point picking players. You know, at the end of the day, if we've got people in those positions. Realistically, you know, because we'd need to sell for we buy, i.e. goalkeepers. You know, for instance, I'd take Aaron Ramsdale from Bournemouth, you know, to play back up to Fabianski. But we've got Darren Randolph, Martin as well. So it's not really worth looking at from that point of view. Places that I think we need to strengthen, full-back positions, definitely. So your arguments there out of the three clubs, are there any players in the full-back positions that we would take? You know, Max Aarons and Lewis at Norwich are very highly rated. I think they're going to do very well. So yeah, you take either of those. Realistically, would either come to us. I think there will be some big clubs that go in for them. So we'll have to see. But yeah, definitely take Lewis and Aarons. Centre mid. We lack there, you know, yes, we've got Souček and he's been phenomenal. We've got Declan Rice, worldy Rolls Royce of a player. And we've got Noble. And I don't care what anyone says, I think Noble still has a big impact in games. It's just obviously with his age, he can't do it as often as he has been for us over the past decade. So I'd like to see us bring in one more. And when you look at that, there are players in and around there. You've got McGinn at Villa. I don't think there's a team in the Premier League really that wouldn't like a player like him, really. Works hard, grafts, you know. So, yeah, I'd like to see him there. Would he come to us? Doubt it. You know, it all depends on who else comes in for him. Centre-back, we could do with another option there. When you look at those, there's only really one centre-back in the three clubs that you'd arguably take, and that's Nathan Ake. He'll be going City or United or Chelsea, so we rule that out. You know, there's no other players at any of the clubs that I'd take personally. Up top, we need another option from Allaire. Don't get me wrong, Antonio he's been phenomenal. He's had a phenomenal game today, 4 goals, thoroughly deserved each one as well. You know, but I think we do need that other option, just to add a different dimension. And when you look at that, out of the 3 clubs, is there anybody that you take? Pukki had a fantastic start to the season. You'd argue him. And then you've got Josh King and Callum Wilson. Apart from that, really, is there anybody else? Buendia is a good little player at Norwich. Do I think Moyes get the best out of him? No. So I'd say no to him. And you've got Cantwell. He's a quality little player. I'd like to see him at the club, but then again, only if, and it's only if, and I can't see it, Wilshere and Lanzini leave. One of them two has to leave before we start bringing in other players, and that's where you start looking at other, you know, other players in and around the 3 squads. But for me, then, to just recap it and just put it in a nutshell, is there any players that I'd take? You've got the full-back positions, really, and that's it. And up top, I'd like to see us go for Josh King. And I'd like to see us go for Lewis at Norwich. Apart from that, with the current squad that we have, we do need to get rid of some deadwood. But until then, it's hard to really comment. That's my views. And until next week, come on you irons.
Would I take any players from the relegated teams this season? And yeah, I think I would. I think in every team there's always players that stand out who have tried to be, you know, good for them throughout the season and actually, you know, cut it. Maybe if they stay with another team in the Premier League. I'll just go with 3 players for now. I think Krul from Norwich. I think he's been a bit unlucky having that defence in front of him all season. He's a great keeper. He's been a bit let down by them. Another one is Tyrone Mings from Aston Villa. If they go down, apparently the only reason why they came up last season was because he was so commanding in defence, and their manager said he was a rock that they needed to go up. So that's definitely another player I'd look to take. And the other one is if they go down, Bournemouth possibly Stanislas, give him a return to the club, because he seems to be an alright player. He seems to score a few goals for them, and you know, he's obviously got that history with us. So if he wanted to come back, I'm sure we'd find room for him. But yeah, and if the unlikely scenario is that Troy Deeney gets relegated with Watford, I'd love Troy Deeney. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people say he's arrogant or this, that, the other. To me, he just kind of says it like it is, and he's sure of himself. He's a sort of captain you need in the ranks. Whether he likes West Ham or not is a different matter. But I'm sure if he wants to stay in the Premier League, you know, he'd like to go to a team, whoever they are. But yeah, any of those players I'd take on. But maybe that's me not looking and being ambitious enough. But you know, for what we are, the position we're in, unless we're going to spend loads and loads of money in the summer, which I can't see happening, I'd take those players. Yeah, that's them for me.
Okay, so hi guys, delighted with the win, the Antonio versus Norwich win. I have to be honest, really I didn't see it coming. But answering today's question, we obviously don't want that defense from Norwich. So I had initially thought of taking Godfrey from Norwich if they go down, but after that performance, I really don't think Godfrey is a good option. But Max Aaron, I still think there's something more to that young talent. I think we can get more from that. We really need fullbacks, especially on on Frederick's side, and maybe from a team like Villa. I don't know why I feel like McGinn can be a good signing, but obviously they won't be letting him go for easy money. Who else from the Villa team? Someone like El Hegazi, or is it Hegazi, something of the sort. But he could also be a good player, and also Douglas Ruiz in the middle of the park. Like on Saturday we had Noble and Suchek and Rice, so could only imagine if we had Douglas Luiz, Suchek and Rice. That's gonna be one tough midfield to reckon with. Then maybe from Bournemouth, but I'm not really sure of him, but Fraser may be a good option to get from Bournemouth. Yeah, those are the few signings I may get from the teams that are looking to be relegated this year. And before I forget, we also have to factor in that the players that we sign should also have something that we need as a team. We should not just buy for the sake of doing it, like how we've been doing it for quite a while now. Like we've been having players like Ayeti who aren't getting that opportunity to play. We are having players like Lucas Perez, Roberto, yeah, and other players whom we obviously know, and we really need to have a system of play. As West Ham, we have to have an identity. We have to have a way in which we also make our signings. So maybe the players that we have, first we need to mold them into a particular way of playing. Then let's now make signings with regard to that. Let us have players who will now fit into the system. Let's not have players who are not ready or are not able to play the way we need them to play. And also let's avoid changing managers, because we bring in a new manager, he makes his signings, he leaves, then the next manager doesn't know how to utilize them, with the way he thinks we should play. So I think we have to put those factors in mind also before making signings. Yeah, I thought I just had to add that with regards to the signings. Yeah, come on, you Irons.
Right. So from the bottom three teams, who are we going to nick when they go down? Right, well, I reckon Nathan Ake is a definite from Bournemouth. He will work well with Abona and Diop, I believe, because I think we should get rid of Balbona. Even Winston Reid, get rid of him, have him out, sell him. And then the full-backs, to give him competition, I'd definitely get rid of Masuaku. I'd get rid of him. But have Frederick Gilbert in and Tyrone Mings. Frederick Gilbert's right back, Mings is left-footed and he's a left back. So he's got a couple of goals this season. Yeah, I reckon he'd do a good job for us. I really do. They'd be the players I have. I think coming back to Ake, I think he's very good. He's got couple of goals this season, but previous seasons he's got a few goals with his head. I think he'd be very good for us. And then Norwich, I wouldn't really go anywhere with Norwich. But apart from that, Pouquet, he started banging them in for fun at the beginning of the season. They were really playing to his strengths. I reckon if we could get the ball up quicker to him with Allah, I reckon they could score a few goals. So I'd stick my neck out for him. I really would. But if we're thinking of getting rid of Haller and that, maybe that Callum Wilson from Bournemouth, maybe he would step up to the mark. Because he can be quite dangerous on his day. So there's my choices. Ake, definite from Bournemouth, Gilbert and Mings from Villa, and then Pouquet from Norwich. And maybe Wilson, if we're changing the front line from Bournemouth. All right, take it easy. Keep wearing your colours with pride. Come on, Wines.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. Never miss a thing with the latest West Ham news, gossip and social stories as they break. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.